Set now for our main event of the evening. Professional kickboxing in the heavyweight division. Fred Weaver versus Adrian Miles. To get our final fight of the night started, we send it back into the cage and Lance Green.
Folks, in professional kickboxing, we do three-minute rounds. But before I announce this fight, ladies and gentlemen, it's the last fight of the night. Would you stand to your feet and tell these guys how excited you are to watch this fight right now? Ladies and gentlemen, out of the blue corner, his professional kickboxing record is 1-0. His height is 5 foot 10 inches. His weight, 216 pounds. He comes to you from Garage Kickboxing and hails from Birmingham, Alabama. His name is Fred Weaver. And in the right corner, he steps in at 6 feet 0 inches. His weight, 230 pounds. His gym, Miles Freestyle. And he comes to you from right here in Birmingham, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian, guard your grill fight! Referee for this pro fight is Michael Boo.
Two very accomplished, very popular fighters here in Alabama. 38-year-old Fred Weaver, 36-year-old Adrian Miles. Weaver, 14 pro MMA bouts in his career, enters 1-0 as a pro kickboxer. Miles, 28 pro MMA bouts, including 1 in Bellator, also on season 19 of The Ultimate Fighter. Enters 0-3 as a pro kickboxer. Round number 1 underway. Red trunks for Weaver, black trunks for Miles.
You know, both these guys are real OGs for Alabama MMA and kickboxing and stuff. I would like to see this fight take place when these guys were in their prime.
Whoa. Both fighters swinging big overhand right lands by Weaver. Loading up. Genuine friendship between these two former training partners, a lot of respect. But Weaver going big for the first round finish, unloading. Huge shot to the body. Counter right hand by Miles.
There is no backing down in either one of these guys. They are letting each other have it.
Weaver is unloading with that step-in overhand right early in this fight.
I think the ref is going to let the clinch go on a little bit longer. Match.
Right back to it from Michael Bowe. Stay on that kick from Miles. Weaver stepping back into the pocket, but eats the straight left hand from Miles. Miles from the southpaw stance, Weaver from the orthodox stance.
You know, when you're fighting orthodox and southpaw, the guy who has the lead foot on the outside is in the better position because it lines the other guy's chin up with their power shot.
Big shots once more. You see Weaver trying to measure Miles. Miles answering back with the kick, then the left hand off the 1-2. 1:15 remaining round number 1. Really entertaining thus far. Quick break by Michael Bowe. A little faster that time.
Not that he realized where he was at and what's going on. Both these guys former middleweights.
Age has a way of settling things, though, for you a little bit sometimes.
Deep kick by Miles. Then there's that big overhand. More big shots than the knee from Weaver.
You know, Weaver's letting him off the hook a little bit. You know, he's got him up against it. It doesn't have to be a power shot, but he can pepper him up with jabs and hooks and crosses. Work the body a little bit.
Now 30 seconds remaining round number 1 of our main event. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Go. That right hand has been the most effective punch thus far of this fight. And that is ruled as a slip as Weaver goes down. Wipe of the gloves by Miles, right back to it. Just missing with that right hand. Kick comes late. That is the end of round one.
Fred is noticeable. He's limping on that leg he slipped on. So we need to keep that in mind as we begin to look, because something's wrong with that right leg. A lot of action in this first round, as we're beginning to see on the replay here. Both fighters were aggressive at times. It was a pretty even fight.
Yeah, I think I would have to give that first round to Fred. You know, whopping him a couple times, controlled that clinch position, had him, I guess, having his back against the
Folks, these are some of the baddest flags in the business. Let's hear it for these guys. Round two coming up.
Jam-packed here at the Zamora Shrine Center in Birmingham, Alabama. StrikeHard 54, part of B2 Digital Fighting Series. Round number two. Much more measured start than we saw to open this fight. Now it's Miles with forward pressure. There's the overhand right from Weaver, but not getting through. Lead uppercut by Miles, a bit audacious. The kick partially blocked by Weaver. Bad intentions though from Miles, turning that over.
They don't call him guard your grill for nothing.
Adrian Miles, I commentated his lone Bellator fight. I commentated his lone fight in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Now commentating him in kickboxing, he always brings tenacity and intensity.
Yeah, there's certainly no backing down from Adrian. I'd like to see these guys land more body shots and throw more to the body instead of, hey, there we go.
On cue, Weaver lands that big body shot. Miles stepping in. Weaver thought about snatching a single and then thought better of it.
God, these aren't MMA gloves.
Old habits are hard to break sometimes.
Yes, indeed. Now snatching back that kick. There's the right hand from Weaver. Weaver not bombing that overhand right here in round number two, at least not thus far, like he did multiple times in round one. Now 90 seconds remaining in the second round. 1-2, then the head kick from Miles. Then the 1-2.
You can hear the, oh my goodness.
There's the overhand right by Weaver. These are two really powerful fighters.
Weaver seems to be relying on that overhand right an awful lot, going to it consistently over the last few minutes of this round.
Hey man, he would probably have a little more success with it if he threw it straight instead of like a hook. Or put something in front of it to open up that hook line. Maybe guard the front so he can swing, punch around Adrian's arm.
He's not sent anything straight down the pipe.
There you see Adrian working the body a little bit. That's going to pay dividends in this next round.
Miles making this suddenly an inside fight. Big shots again from Weaver. Miles answering back. Kick on the shoulder.
Weaver needs to be careful bending at the waist. A shin to the dome is, it's not a good feeling.
More straight punches than the step-in knee. That was targeted for the chin.
I think Fred's hurt.
And down goes Fred Weaver. First knockdown of this fight. You see the count from referee Michael Bowe. Could not be saved by the bell in any round. Weaver takes the mandatory 8. Says he will continue, and that is the end of the second round.
That might have been a smart play. He got himself an extra 20-second rest at that round that he was probably losing anyway. So, look for him to come out on fire in this third round.
So with the knockdown, that's it. 10-8, round number 2 for Adrian Miles. Boxing and kickboxing judging much more set forth than his MMA. The knockdown really leaves little suspense in a round in either pro boxing or pro kickboxing. And indeed, Miles recording that knockdown. Closing stages of round number 2 on Fred Weaver.
I think it's 1-1 going into this third round, so I think they're gonna have to dig deep and see who really wants it.
That 10-8 though, you talked about earlier though, that taking that knee may have been a smart move, but costing him that extra point may come back to bite him.
Third and final round underway, and a ferocious start to the third round by Adrian Miles. Miles pulling out the jab. That's a big body kick. Miles really finding success on the inside. Big knees, more big knees. Oh, those are pummeling to the chin, and down goes Fred Weaver for the second time in this fight. That knee flush on Weaver's chin.
I think that the difference between these two fighters is when Adrian has Fred hurt, he doesn't let him off the hook. There were a couple times in that first round that Fred could have finished the fight, but he stepped back and let Adrian gain some momentum.
Adrian just propped up against the top of the cage, just on shield.
Huge hole now to dig himself out of for Fred Weaver. Down in round 2, down here in round number 3, and more from Adrian Miles. Looking to finish inside of the 3 rounds. Weaver now firing back. Lands a knee of his own.
You can see again, he lets him off the hook. Adrian is not going to do that.
Those are just vicious knees.
He's breaking up a tie clinch. I don't understand why he's doing that.
Well, it worked to Fred's benefit.
Knee on the sternum from Weaver. Miles coming in. Almost a Letway style headbutt. No complaint from Weaver, no complaint from referee Michael Bowe.
And the people in this building are going nuts right now.
Weaver down for the 3rd time in this fight and the 2nd time in round 3. Again, taking the count from referee Michael Bowe. Weaver back to his feet. We will see how much longer this fight continues.
The fans definitely got their money's worth.
No 3 knockdown rule, but hard to see Michael Bowe letting this go. If Weaver goes down, he goes down, and on cue, that is it. The win for Adrian Miles.
It's a good moment to watch these two guys. These two guys were basically 2 of the godfathers of Alabama MMA, and to see them, at the tail end of their career be able to celebrate this together is just a good, solid moment for the state.
They used to train together. I used to train with these guys. See, y'all didn't know, but I knew what y'all were in for.
You see the knees of Adrian Miles in the clinch. For me, that was really the difference in this fight.
Yeah, he took him to the body early, made Fred, try to protect his body.
StrikeHard fans, are those the bangers right here in this cage or what? 2:38 in the 3rd round. Your winner by TKO, Adrian
Really entertaining fight. 2 highly accomplished fighters, and the win Adrian Miles. He's now with Chris Lytle.
Adrian Miles, congratulations, Adrian, on a very hard-fought victory. Now, you two guys have been, mainstays in the fight business here in Alabama for a long time. I know it's been a fight long time in the coming. What are your thoughts on the fight that just happened?
Yeah, I like that's my boy Fred, I mean, we had to like each other for what we had to do. But, it was kind of hard for me to get up to fight him because he's my friend, but business is business. I love that dude to death. I hope he don't quit. If we're going to do it again, make up for it, I'm down.
All right, I noticed there in the 3rd round, very good fight. It looked like he had you with a couple good shots. Were you hurt at all there? And if so, how hurt were you?
Nah, I'll let him do what he want to do so he can get tired. I know Fred lying. We trained together. I know he will try to go for the kill. He burnt himself out. I felt it. So it didn't hurt me. So I let him work. Then I did my thing.
Hey, I know you've done a lot of different kinds of fighting here. You did some bare knuckle. What are the plans for you in the future as far as combative sports?
Well, I want Joey Beltran in the bare knuckle, but they say I somehow lost the fight after I beat him 26 seconds. But no, I'm down for whatever. I really like doing bare knuckle because it's more easy on my body to do bare knuckle. But I'm down to do a couple more MMA fights for hometown. You know, I love this place. I left this place to start a better life for my kids and family and my wife, but it's still my home. I'm still gonna represent it.
Hey, Adrian, thank you very much. Congratulations on a great fight. Can't see you fight again. Can't wait. Thank you, sir.
Super exciting. Everybody likes to see fights like that. You know, like I said, it hurts us a little bit less whenever you win, but I'm sure Adrian's feeling that as well.
Jeremy, we definitely saw the fight that we thought we would get. Again, they're friends, former training partners. They both have tremendous power.
Both, you know, I think Adrian's Muay Thai skill, though, just kind of, you know, that's what Adrian's been known for his entire career. And those clinches and knees ended up being the difference in this fight.
If you've seen Adrian Miles fight, you know there's no questioning his toughness. That was a rough first round for him, but he was able to regain his composure, win that second round, and finish the fight in the third.
Fred Weaver down 4 times by Adrian Miles in this fight, once in round number 2 and then 3 times in round number 3. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of third round TKO, Adrian Miles defeats Fred Weaver. That concludes StrikeHard 54 tonight from the jam-packed Zamora Trent Center in Birmingham, Alabama. For Chris Lytle, Eric Anders, Jeremy Ragland, Cage Announcer Lance Green, I'm Sean Wheelock. Thanks for watching StrikeHard 54, a part of B2 Digital Fighting Series.